Translation: After her mid-bath, Radharani takes another bath in the nectar of bodily luster, and she puts on the garments of shyness, which is her black silk sari. Purport: over and above the other baths, the bath taken in the afternoon is taken in the nectar of full beauty. This nectar represents the personal qualities of beauty and luster. Thus, there are 3 baths in different kinds of water. Radharani then puts on 2 garments, a lower and an upper garments. The upper garments is pinkish and is her affection and attraction for Krishna. And the lower garments, a blackish silk shadi, is her shyness. Hare Krishna. So, reading from Chaitanya Charitamrit. Chaitanya Charitamrit Amritira Bindhu Jagat Anande Bhashai Tarayak Bindu. Says Chaitanya Charitamrit is the ocean of nectar. And even a drop of that ocean can submerge whole world into ecstasy. We need only one drop from Chaitanya Charitamrit. So powerful. Prabhupada says Chaitanya Charitamrit is the book of PhD level. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrit. So it's most practical book. The Bhagavad Gita is the instruction of Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is the examples of those instructions of Bhagavad Gita. And Chaitanya Charitamrit is showing how we can follow those instructions in the association of devotees. So that's why it's most practical, especially in the age of Kali. Prabhupada wrote in the introduction of Adi Lila, he says, my Guru Maharaj Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he predicted that the day will come when people from all over the world, they will learn Bengali, simply to release the nectarian first times of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Prabhupada used to say, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita was very favorite book of Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. Especially during his last days, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he was in Bagbajar Gaudiya Math, and he was continuously listening Chaitanya Charitamrita. And while listening Chaitanya Charitamrita, he left his body. Prabhupada was carrying a small version of Bengali Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he was traveling in Jaladut. So Prabhupada says, even after having 2 times heart attacks, I was maintaining enthusiasm and energy to preach Krishna consciousness because I was getting the energy from Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's so powerful. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, while, writing Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, Ami Briddha Jaratur Likhite Kapaye Kar Tobu Likhe Evada Vishmai. He says, I am almost, more than 90 years old. And I am writing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's biography, and while writing, my fingers are kind of trembling. But yet I am writing. So surprising. So that is Chaitanya Charitamrita. So that's why it's most practical and very powerful book. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he mentioned, even if someone, without understanding the meaning of Chaitanya Charitamrita, simply listen, he will get Krishna Prem. So powerful. So he says, Jeva nahi buje keho, sunite sheho, ki adbhut Chaitanya Charita. Nahi buje means, even without understanding, if someone simply listen Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, Krishna upajive priti. He will develop a special attraction for Krishna. And then janive rasera riti. And he will understand the confidential loving affairs between Radharani and Krishna. Shunile bada hai hita. So simply by hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita, will be benefited. That is the potency of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we are discussing the conversation between Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar. Ramananda Rai was one of the most intimate associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was an incarnation of Vishakha Devi, Arjunia Gopi, and many others, combination of many. So since, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, so naturally there is attraction between Vishakha Devi and, Radharani. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So therefore Ramananda Rai had a special attraction for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, quite later, during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, second. So it's kind of 24, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his pastime for 48 years. He took sannyas 24 years, at the age of 24 years, and then rest of the 24 years he was traveling. So initially, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he compiled Adi Lila and Anta Lila. So Adi Lila means, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, till Mayapur Navadip first time. And afterwards, after taking sannyas, that is Anta Lila. But in Anta Lila, then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami found in 6 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of last 24 years, 6 years Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling in South India, in Vrindavan, northern India. So then, he separated that as Madhya Lila. So Madhya Lila is kind of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's traveling section. And then last 18 years, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was staying in Gambhira, especially with Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar and his servant Govind. So that 18 years, separately he kind of compiled as Anta Lila. So he was, he was one of the most intimate associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of his all associates, the 3.5 devotees, they are the greatest. Prabhu lekha kare tare radhikaragan. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally addressed Ramananda Rai as the associate of Srimati Radharani. Jagatir madhye patra 3.5 jan. So in whole universe, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had the 3.5 most confidential associates. So one is Ramananda Rai, another one is Swarup Damodar, another one, not Govind, Shikhi Mahati. And the 3.5 is Shikhi Mahati's sister Madhavi Devi. So there is 3.5 devotees, they are considered to be most exalted associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu among all the associates. So this conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda is very important for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So we have like Sanatan Siksha and Rupa Siksha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he answered the inquiries of Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, they asked question to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered. But here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking question and Ramananda Rai is answering. So in another section, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was inquiring, asking question. Here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is answering. So he says both the ability to ask transcendental question and ability to answer the queries of transcendental question, it actually comes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So both comes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we, by our own endeavor, we can't ask any transcendental question, nor will be able to answer those questions. So both comes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So therefore it says, Kathanchana smrite yasmin duskaram sukaram bhavet. Things which are extremely very, very difficult to execute. One can easily execute those difficult tasks simply by Kathanchana smrite yasmin, simply by remembering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Extremely difficult task can become very easy. On the other hand, Vismriti Viparitam Chaiva. And if you don't remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even the easiest task can become very difficult. So that's why the ability of asking question and answering question comes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So these, the conversation in, we call it Sambad. It's called Rai Ramananda Sambad. So it's not actually Siksha. So there is a difference between Siksha and Sambad. Like we call Sanatan Siksha, Rupa Siksha. Generally devotees, they ask question to Lord and Lord answers, just like Bhagavad Gita. But here, since Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking question, that's why it's called Sambad. Rai Ramananda Sambad, or conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai, So, Ramananda Rai, the very first question when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Ramananda on the bank of Godavari river. So, the very first question Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked to Ramananda Rai was Sadhya and Sadhan. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Ramananda Rai, describe something about Sadhya and Sadhan. Sadhya means the goal of our life. What is the goal? What is the supreme goal of our life? The sadhan means the means to attain that goal. So, Prabhupada says, every devotee, they should have this inquiry. What is the goal of my life? And what are the means by which I can attain those goals? There was a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tapan Mishra. Tapan Mishra, from his childhood, he was inquiring this question. What is sadhya and what is sadhan? What is the ultimate goal of life and how can I achieve that goal? So, from his childhood, he was not satisfied. He asked many saintly people, many gurus, many spiritual personalities, but no one could satisfy him. So, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was traveling to different parts of East Bengal, this Tapan Mishra, he had a dream that one effulgent sannyasi came to your village. Tomorrow morning you should meet him, and you will get the answer of your question. So next morning he went and he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was so attracted by seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's beauty. So that is before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. So then again, his same question. He had always same question. He was sad. He was crying in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, why you are upset? And he says, my dear Lord, from my childhood I am asking only one question. And no one could satisfy this question. Sadhya and sadhan. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him some answer. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I will explain in details in Varanasi. So that is, almost like, 2,000 kilometers away from Varanasi. And that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even didn't take sannyas. There was no plan for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go to Varanasi because that is a place of impersonalist. But Tapan Mishra, he had so much faith and in conviction in the word of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he left with his family, relatives, his wife, children, everything he left from Varanasi. No devotee was there. That is called faith in the word of Supreme Lord and his spiritual master. He went there and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't take sannyas. There was no plan for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go to Varanasi. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri, and from there he was going to Vrindavan. On the way he stopped in Varanasi. And that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was staying in the house of Chandrasekhar Acharya, and he met Tapan Mishra. And Tapan Mishra, Mahaprabhu, you remember? Many years back, you asked me to come to Varanasi, I will get my answer. He is such a great devotee. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him further answer. What is sadhya and what is sadhana. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the same question to Ramananda Rai, sadhya and sadhana. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the ocean of transcendental knowledge. And Ramananda Rai is like a drop of clouds. So he is basically evaporating knowledge from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, again he is pouring the same water into the same ocean. That is, ocean and cloud. Ocean is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Rai is a cloud. So here in this section, after answering all the questions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, about 10-15 questions, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Ramananda Rai to explain about Krishna Tattva. So Ramananda Rai, after explaining Krishna Tattva in details, now he is describing Radharani's Tattva. So Radharani's Tattva is most difficult Tattva. And we are not qualified to speak about Srimati Radharani. And these are very confidential pastimes of Srimati Radharani. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he writes, in Prema Pradeep. He says, Anadhikarir Paksha Bishesh Amangal hoite pare. He says, someone who is not qualified to understand Srimati Radharani, if he discuss, then it will be harmful for his spiritual life. But again, at the same time in Srimad Bhagavatam, in 10th canto, it says, Bikreditam Brajabodhur Idam cha Vishnu Shraddhanita Anushriyad Atho Varnayadiya. If someone listen to the confidential pastimes of, intimate pastimes of Radharani and Krishna with great attention and faith, then Ridrogam Ashu Apahinati Achirena Dhira. Then the lusty desire from our heart will, gradually go away, will be destroyed, So both are there. If someone is not qualified and discuss about intimate pastimes between Radharani and Krishna, they will develop more material desire. Just like Rupa Goswami says, if you have even a tinge of material desire, you shouldn't go to Keshi Ghat and don't look to Krishna. But at the same time, Bhagavad is saying, if we listen very carefully with firm faith from bona fide sources, with three things, we have to have proper faith when we listen Radha Krishna's first times, and then with proper parampara, and then by accepting oneself as Krishna Das. With three modes, if we listen, then we will get the benefit. And Dhira. Yes. Like, Prabhupada, he was, visiting one rich man in India. So, they were very close to Srila Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada was visiting their home, the lady of that house, she was requesting Prabhupada, can you narrate some intimate pastimes of Radharani and Krishna? And Prabhupada was denying, no. And she was insisting, Prabhupada, can you please narrate at least one pastime, confidential pastime between Radha and Krishna? So while she was insisting again and again, Prabhupada said, you may be qualified to listen, but I am not qualified to speak. So, here, in this, these two verses, 167 and 68, Ramananda Rai is explaining Radharani's three special qualities. So one is Karunyamrita, the second one is Tarunyamrita, and third one is Lavanyamrita. Karunyamrita means Radharani is nectar of mercy. Tarunyamrita is nectar of youth. And Lavanyamrita means nectar of bodily luster. So it has different meaning, but we can discuss symbolic meaning. So Radharani is Karunyamrit, Tarunyamrit, and Lavanyamrit. Three aspects of Srimati Radharani. So Karunyamrit Radharani is extremely merciful, extremely compassionate. Prabhupada used to say, without the recommendation of Srimati Radharani, we cannot get Krishna. We can't even approach Krishna without the recommendation of Srimati Radharani. So, therefore, we sing, Radhara Mahima Premo Raso Sima Jagati Janata Ke. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who broadcasted the message of Srimati Radharani in this world. So, Radharani is extremely merciful. It says, out of 26 qualities of a Vaishnava, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained, the Vaishnava has 26 qualities, and out of 26 qualities, 3 qualities are same actually. The first one is Kripalu. The very first quality of a Vaishnava is, he is merciful. And again, in second line he says, Badanya. Nidosho Badanya Mridhu Shuchi Akinchana. The Bad, he is magnanimous. And then again in the last line, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Gambhira Karuna Maitra Kabidhakshamoni. He is compassionate. So compassionate, merciful, and magnanimous. So out of 26 qualities, even if we count another one, Sarvopakaraka. He is well-wished to all living entities. So if we count, this, including this in Sarvopakaraka, that means 4 qualities are actually equal. That is, the Vaishnava is merciful. So that qualities come from Srimati Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's why, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, he is Srimati Radharani. That's why he is extremely merciful. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, performing Mahaprakash Lila in the house of Srivas Thakur. 21 hours Chaitanya Mahaprabhu assumed as Supreme Lord. Otherwise Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his first time as a devotee. So only for 21 hours he was he was displaying his supremacy. So he was calling each and every devotee. So tell what is your desire, whatever benediction you want. So he called devotee Vasudev Datta. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Vasudev Datta, ask me, whatever you want ask me. I will fulfill all your desires. And Vasudev Datta says, Jiver dukkha dekhi mo hriday vidare Mahaprabhu. By seeing the miseries of living entities in this world, my heart is burning. Sarva jiver dukkha prabhu deha marshire. And I am ready to accept the sinful reactions of all the living entities of this world. But please deliver them. And they say that if you accept the sinful reactions of all living entities, then you will go to hell. And Vasudev Datta says, Mahaprabhu, I am ready to go to hell, yet please deliver everyone. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so happy with Vasudev Datta. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came down from his throne. He and all the devotees, they were shocked. Because no one could ask this type of, boon from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when all the devotees, they are shocked, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told everyone, don't be surprised by hearing such a wonderful prayers of Vasudev Datta, because he is none other than Prahlad Maharaj. So Vasudev Datta is the incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj in Kali Yuga. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by hearing, compassionate nature of Vasudev Datta, he came down, he tightly embraced Vasudev Datta. And he said, Vasudev, simply by asking this, beautiful boon, benediction from me, you have purchased me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told. And from today, my body belongs to Vasudev. Listen everyone. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu belongs to Vasudev. He can do anything with my body. I belongs to him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was so happy with Vasudev Datta because he was compassionate. So this is, the merciful nature of a devotee. And that's why, those who are broadcasting the message of Supreme Lord, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yai idam paramam guhyam mad bhaktesho vidhasati. They are extremely dear to Krishna. Those who are preaching this message, We have the example of Pratap Rudra. King Pratap Rudra of Jagannath Puri, he was not attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but when his ministers, his people, everyone joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, he also got attracted and he wanted to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Mahaprabhu rejected, no. Ha hant bishabakhan appya sadhu. For a renounced man to see the face of a materialistic person is like drinking poison. I don't want to see him. So he was refused first time. Second time he wrote a letter. My dear Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I want to meet you. Second time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused. Third time he sent other devotees, Ramananda, Rai, and especially Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Please request on my behalf to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that I want to meet him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you all request me, once again I will leave Jagannath Puri, rather I will not meet him. So strict, about non-devotee association. But, devotees are always merciful, more merciful than the Lord. So Sarvabhauma told Pratap Rudra, he said, if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't give me darshan, I will die. So, committed, Shri Radha Gokulanand ki, Ram Lakshman Sita Hanuman ki. So he said that it looks like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this material world to deliver each and everyone, all the fallen souls, including Jagai and Madhai, except me. So that should be the mode of a devotee. We should always think that, everyone is receiving the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu except me. So then, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told him, you should do one thing. The first thing, he sent his son, he received one, cloth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And second time, they told him you should change your attire because now you look like a king. So you should change your attire, you should, assume as an ordinary man. And when during Ratha Yatra, every year Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he takes rest in Jagannath Vallabh garden, in Jagannath Puri, in between Jagannath temple and Gundicha temple. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lie down, he will be tired, you go in ordinary dress and you massage Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet. But while massaging, sing this, song. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kabibhir iditam kalmashapaham shravana mangalam shrimad atatam bhubi granante ye bhuridajana. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was quite tired. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was lying in Jagannath Vallabh garden, and Prataprudra went in ordinary dress and he was massaging Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet, and he started to sing this very softly. And now, remember, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused 3 times to meet this Prataprudra. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this word, Bhubi Grananti Je Bhuridajana, he got up, he tightly embraced Prataprudra, that Prataprudra whom he rejected 3 times. Because that line is saying, Bhubi Grananti Je Bhuridajana. And this is when Krishna left Rasasthali. And all the gopis, headed by Srimati Radharani, they are feeling separation from Krishna. So they are saying, one who is broadcasting the message of Krishna all over the world, he is most munificent. So simply by hearing this, the merciful nature of Vaishnava Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tightly embraced Prataprudra. Not only that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's voice choked and he could not say anything except Bhurida, Bhurida, Bhurida. This word he was uttering. So this is, Radharani said, 5,000 years back, one who is broadcasting the message of Krishna all over the world, he is most munificent. Now who has broadcasted the message of Krishna all over the world? Prabhupada. So that means Radharani predicted about Prabhupada 5,000 years back. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy, because he heard about Srila Prabhupada. Or the followers of Srila Prabhupada, whoever is spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. So that is the compassionate nature of Vaishnavas. Like Prabhupada, when he arrived in Boston, the first thing Prabhupada wrote on his diary, what he says, first, after keeping first step, the land of America, Prabhupada says, Rajostamo gune era sakale achanna Vasudev katharuchi nahe se prachanna. He said, my dear Lord, where I have come, the people here, they are full of, in the mode of ignorance and fashion. Rajostamo gune era sakale achanna. And Vasudev katharuchi nahe se prachanna. And they don't have any appetite to listen Krishna Katha. But again, Prabhupada became merciful. Prabhupada says, Kintu jadi tava kirpa hai ahitoki. But I am sure, my dear Lord, if you become merciful to them, they will become devotee. So that is the merciful nature of devotees. So that is, it says, Karunyam rita dharai snana pratham. The first bath of Radharani is, nectar of mercy. Radharani is extremely merciful. And the second one, it says, Tarunyam rita dharai. Tarunyamrita means Radharani is always youthful. Tarun means youth. Just like Sanatana Goswami wrote. He said, Toruna aruna jini sindhurera mandali jaiche ali matta bhare malaya jagandhini bandi eshri prada padma brishabhanu nandini. So he says, the Radharani's face is so attractive. She is so young, Radharani. Toruna aruna jini. Her beauty defeats the beauty of Arun means sun and moon. So beautiful. And he says, Jaiche Ali Matta Bhare Malaya Jagandhini. Just like Ali means bumblebees. So as soon as bumblebees, they get the aroma of Malaya Chandan, the sandalwood, especially from the heel of Malay Parvat, which Prabhupada says is still Malaysia. But now they don't have any sandalwood. So as soon as they get the aroma of those Malaya sandalwood, they, even from many thousand miles, they can run towards this side. So bumblebees also, they get attracted by seeing Radharani's beauty. That is the first time in Vrindavan. There is a place called Prema Sarovar. So Prem Sarovar is between Nandagram and Barsana. So that was one of the most common meeting place of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So Radharani used to come from Barsana with her associates, Sakhis, and Krishna would come from Nandagram with his associates, Sakhas. So one day when Srimati Radharani was sitting next to Krishna, actually she was sitting on the lap of Krishna, and all the associates, Sakhas, Sakhis, Gopis, they were fanning Radharani and Krishna. So suddenly one bumblebee came. And bumblebee, became so attracted to Srimati Radharani. Bumblebee was roaming around Radharani's face. And Radharani was feeling disturbed, And Krishna noticed that. So Krishna told, called his friends, Madhumangal, Subal, Sridham, Vasudham. Please, take this, bumble away from here, bumblebee. So in Sanskrit, the bumblebee is called Madhu. Madhu, yesterday we were discussing Madhu. So Krishna told, take this Madhu away from here. Because Madhu is disturbing Srimati Radharani. So they took that, Madhu, that is bumblebee, away from the site. So then Krishna told them, is Madhu gone? Madhu means bumblebee. Is Madhu gone? So then they replied, yes, Krishna, Madhu gone. But Radharani was sitting on the lap of Krishna. Radharani heard Madhu means Madhusudan. So is actually Madhu means Madhu Makhi. Bumblebee gone. But Radharani was so absorbed in the thought of Krishna, Radharani thought is Madhusudan gone. Although she is with Madhusudan. And she started to crying. She was feeling separation from Krishna, and Krishna was shocked, Radharani is crying, feeling separation from me. I am sitting next to Radharani. And she was crying incessantly. And by seeing Radharani laugh for Krishna, Krishna started to crying. And by seeing Krishna is crying, Krishna's Sakhas, Gopas, they started to crying. And by seeing, everyone crying, Gopis, Lalita, Vishakha Devi, everyone started to crying. So he's crying festival, everyone was crying. And out, from the tears of their eyes, that, Kunda appeared. Prema Sarovar. So the point is, Radharani is so attractive that even bumblebees, they roam around Radharani's body. That's why Sanatana Goswami says, Jai che ali matta bhare malaya jagandhini. Even the bumblebees, they are attracted to Radharani. So, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he explained, here, it says Radharani is Tarunya Amrit and Lavanya Amrit. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the most beautiful ladies of this world, they are actually expansion of the great ladies of heavenly planets, Sachi, Arundhati. And Sachi, Arundhati, they are so beautiful. They are expansion of the queens of Dwaraka. Rukmini Satyabhama. And Rukmini Satyabhama, they are even more beautiful. And they are expansion of Lakshmi Devi of Vaikuntha. So we can well imagine how beautiful Lakshmi Devi. And Lakshmi Ji is the expansion of the Gopis of Vrindavan, Lalita, Vishakha Devi. And we can well imagine how beautiful they are. And they are expansion of Srimati Radharani. So how attractive Srimati Radharani is, So, and the last, third point, here it says, Lavanya Mrita Dharai Tadupari Snan. And especially the bodily complexion, bodily beauty of Srimati Radharani is so attractive, So simply by seeing Radharani's, beautiful, bodily complexion, Vyasadeva wrote actually. Vyasadeva actually in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva, he didn't mention Radharani's name. Indirectly, he mentioned, But separately, Vyasadeva, he wrote a Radha Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. So he separately composed the glories of Srimati Radharani. So he says, Munindra Vrinda Bandite Triloka Shoka Harini Prasanna Bhaktar Pankaje Nikunja Bhovilashini Kada Karish Shihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. So he says, Prasanna Bhaktar Pankaje. Simply by looking at the smiling face of Srimati Radharani, the miseries of 3 worlds vanishes. So powerful. And he says, Bara Bhaya Spurad Kare. Radharani with her hand, she is, bestowing us fearlessness. Constantly. So that's why it's, very powerful Srimati Radharani is, And he says, Radharani, after that, Radharani, she, puts on the garments of shyness, which is her black silk shari. It's black, it's kind of blackish, it's kind of, bluish or blackish. Sanatana Goswami says, Neela patta ange shobhe. Neela patta ange shobhe, tahe ad odani. So Radharani wears black, bluish, colored, sari. So, and her beauty is, after this Lavanyamrita is saying, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami or Ramananda Rai is saying she puts on the garments of shyness. That was most beautiful, aspects of Srimati Radharani, especially in front of, Krishna. She was very shy. She is very shy. But Lalita Vishakadevi, they are very bold, They are not like, Radharani. We'll just finish it one first time, time is getting. So, one day, Krishna, this first time was narrated by, Gaur Govinda Maharaj. So, he says one day Radharani was waiting to meet Krishna. And Krishna started to go to Radharani's groves, Kunja. But on the way, the Radharani's, competitor Chandrabali stolen Krishna. So, Krishna could not go and meet, Srimati Radharani. Radharani was waiting from the morning. And till evening, Krishna didn't come. When Krishna found it's quite late, Krishna came. And Lalita Devi, she is so bold, she didn't allow Krishna to come inside, You are not allowed. You cheated my, my friend. You are not allowed to meet her. So Krishna was, so sad, because he could not meet Srimati Radharani for a whole day. So Krishna went to the bank of Yamuna. And Krishna was meditating and was thinking how he can meet Srimati Radharani. So Krishna then, he changed his attire. He took a saffron robe and he assumed like a sannyasi. So Krishna, in the form of a sannyasi, he went again to the grove of Srimati Radharani. But Radharani was inside the home, inside the, Kunja. Lalita Devi was guarding that. So Krishna was saying, in the form of sannyasi, Bhiksham Dehi, Bhiksham Dehi. So Lalita Devi, brought something, to give to Krishna. But Krishna said, no, I will take only from the house owner. Not from you. Not from the guard. So tell your friend to come out. So Radharani came out and she gave something to the sannyasi. She was not looking at the sannyasi. So then, Krishna in the form of sannyasi, he told Lalita Devi, you see, I am not only a sannyasi. I am a astrologer also. I can, I can check your friend, hands, and I can tell, how she can mitigate her, sadness. So then, Lalita Devi told Radharani, at least show your hand, he is mystic. He looks like mystic person, So Radharani then, she came out and Radharani showed her hand. And as soon as Krishna touched, Radharani understood, it's Krishna. Cheater, you are cheating me. But Radharani was so attracted to that, the kind of, sannyas form of Krishna. Radharani told, I want you should perform your next first time in this form. So that's why Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So to keep, Radharani's promise, So that's why, he is most merciful. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came by assuming the Radha Bhava Duti Subalitam Nomi Chaitanya Swarupam. By assuming the mood and complexion of Srimati Radharani. Most merciful, Yadi Gaur na hoito tabe ki hoito kyamane dharitam de. Radharo Mahima Prema Rasasima Jagate Janatake. So we are extremely fortunate by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. We got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is actually Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveda Bhaktavinda ki, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Go Premanande. Any question or comment, Prabhu? Any comment, Prabhu? Mike? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. I already once asked this question, but if you may offer your perspective or clarification, we can see in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, we know that Lord Chaitanya took the mood of Srimati Radharani. Can you elaborate on, let's say, the mood of Gadadhar Pandit and the mood of Madhavendra Puri? Because all these three...
So, mood of?
Madhavendra Puri.
Okay.
Because all these three personalities have the aspects or angas of mood of Srimati Radharani. So how can we observe and possibly distinguish between these three personalities?
So the question is, we know the mode of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but what is the mode of Gadadhar Pandit? See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came by assuming mood and complexion of Radharani. But actual incarnation of Radharani is Gadadhar Pandit. So Radharani herself came as Gadadhar Pandit. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took her mood and complexion, bodily luster. Now the question comes in, if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu assumed by accepting the mood and complexion of Radharani, why Gadadhar Pandit came separately? What was the mood of Gadadhar Pandit? This came because if you remember, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after coming back from Gaya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would faint many times while chanting, while dancing, while remembering Krishna. So Gadadhar Pandit was there next to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He used to kind of pacify, and Gadadhar Pandit was a scholar of Srimad Bhagavatam. So he would recite suitable verses from scriptures, and that would pacify Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then Sachimata told Gadadhar Pandit that I find my Nimai is saved because you are next to him. So therefore be with Nimai always. Don't leave him alone. That's why after taking sannyas, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Puri, Gadadhar Pandit also went there. So, but what is the mode of Gadadhar Pandit? Is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna came as Srimati Radharani, we can say, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now Radharani came in the form of Gadadhar Pandit, Radharani came in the form of Gadadhar Pandit, and Gadadhar Pandit checking whether Krishna is acting properly or not. Because Radharani is Gadadhar Pandit. So that's why basically he came, and also if you consider is Krishna and Radharani, then again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Krishna, Gadadhar Pandit Radharani. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to worship Gaur Gadadhar. Gaur Gadadhar. So it was there, worshipable Lord. In all the Gaudiya Maths you can find Gaur Gadadhar. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Madhya.
Thank you for the amazing class. In this final stanzas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we could see Lalita and Vishaka as Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy. They're always present. Sorry. So how to understand, because we couldn't see Gadadhar Pandit there in that Antya Lila of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So how do we understand that?
The last 18 years of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes,
he was there.
In Gambhira, especially in the Gambhira.
Right. So he was not in Gambhira, but he was living next to Gambhira, Tota Gopinath temple, which is very close to Gambhira. So it's not that he used to come time to time. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, every single day, while he was staying in Jagannath Puri, he would meet Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Sammukhe Paden Bhagavat. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, every day he would go to Tota Gopinath temple, he would meet Chaitanya Gadadhar Pandit, and he would listen the first times of Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard 100 times the same first time, Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. Dhruver Charitra or Prahlad Charitra. Shata Vritti Kariya Sunen Sarita. So he heard the first time of Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj from Gadadhar Pandit at least 100 times. So at least 100 times he went there. Or more than that, So he was there next to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are living very closely to Gambhira. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, anything else? Yes. Yes, Madhuri. You can ask then.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for a beautiful and nectarian class with so many wonderful details about the pastimes of their lordships. It was really beautiful to hear. We hear so many stories, like examples of Pandits and Brahmins and experiences they've had. I was listening to one lecture by my Guru the other day, and he was giving an example of one Brahmin and a prostitute, and she was always looking at him across the road going, oh, one day when will I be like that? And he was looking at her, judging her. And when he leaves his body, Yamaraj takes him, not her, because of his pride. And these stories are so wonderful to relate to people and to give them examples of bhakti. But how do we prove in some way to somebody who's maybe not a bhakti practitioner the validity of such stories?
How to explain these stories to those who are not devotees?
Like, are they just analogies or are they actual stories that people have experienced? You know, because like you can see Chaitanya Charitamrita and you can trace back who wrote it and when. But sometimes when they're talking about such intimate pastimes, you think, but who was bearing witness to such pastimes to then relate them? Does that make sense?
So that's why we don't discuss, all these details in the public, Like, that's what Prabhupada said, this is the book for PhD level book. Prabhupada says, So, for initial stage, beginning stage, we discuss Bhagavad Gita, simple philosophy, So, if they don't understand, it will be difficult for them, So, therefore, we have to understand the audience, We have to, before speaking, we should analyze the audiences, Like, even in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, that Bhagavatam we are listening, that is actually Suta Goswami is narrating to the sages of Namisharana, Sonakadi Rishis, isn't it? But he didn't speak exactly, what he heard from Shukdev Goswami when he was speaking to Parikshit Maharaj. Same thing, but he presented for the people in the age of Kali, little different way, because we are different audience. So when Shukdev Goswami was speaking, they all are scholars. Everyone was present. Vyasadev, Narad Muni, Suta Goswami. But then when he presented same thing, what he heard from Shukdev Goswami, he presented different way. Prayana alpa ayushu sabhya. That's what Shonakadi Rishi says. You speak Bhagavatam like these people, those who have less lifespan, they are less intelligent, they are already disturbed. For them. So that's how if we find that it will be complicated for the newcomers to understand, we should not speak that.
Because sometimes people, especially new, science, especially they I think the battery's gone. You even speak to them on, you say, oh, Bhagavatam, or you say Bhagavad Gita, and they say, oh, but I don't believe scripture. Who wrote that and things like that. I still don't know what answer to give those people, just to give them prasad.
Right, that is best, And we have many people, I see someone asked this question to, my Guru Maharaj once, He says, we have different section of, devotees, like who research on, scholar, scriptures, and scientist background, like Bhaktivedanta Institute. Let them take care. But there are many people, they are interested in core spirituality. So it's not that we covered everyone now, we have to go to other people. So we have so many people, they are interested in core spirituality. We can preach all this, deep philosophy to them. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Yes. Take the mic. Turn it on.
I had a question. You said that we should embrace Pratap Rudra's mood in the sense that everyone is receiving mercy except us.
Right.
Could you please clarify a bit more, because doesn't imply that God is partial then?
Right. So I said that we should follow the mode of Pratap Rudra to get to attract the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused to meet Pratap Rudra. So what he says? He said two things. He says, it looks like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared in this world and he kind of he's showering his blessings to each and every degraded soul, including Jagai and Madai, except me. So he exactly says, it looks like before coming from spiritual world, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu promised that he will not deliver me. And then second, he says, Kane mudra loiya mui hoibo bikhari. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't give me his darshan, then I will become a beggar. King is saying, I will become a beggar. So, and it's kind of a street beggar, Kane mudra means he will put a coin on his ear. You are from Odisha, so you know. So in Odisha, this custom is there. They put one coin, 1 rupee, 2 rupee coin on their ear, and they show I am poorest guy. So he says, I will become the poorest beggar. in the street if I don't get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So why I said, because we have to hanker for the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most merciful, Parama Karuna, Pahudvijana, most merciful. But again, we have to have that hankering that yes, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came mercifully and he came in this material world, but I am not interested to seek the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he brought Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Lao tumi magi. He says, he said, Lao tumi magi. He brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we have to have curiosity to accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So he had an eagerness to receive Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. That's what I said. Okay, Hare Krishna. Anything else? Okay, finish. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki, Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Gaur Pramanande.